Moss, the steal for three, buried! Joey to Moss! Far side, Timmons blocked again! Daly, top of the key, spinning, Daly up, and one! What a play! Position Epps to Valentine, yes sir! Mackay with another! Corrado left, block up, and one! BeeGraphix up by one, now down by two, it's Davis again! Zion again! He cannot miss! Now it's Terza for the lead, got it! Picked off, that's RJ Sledge. Sledge pulls up, Sledge, and one! RJ Sledge, incredible! It's the final game of the night as BeeGraphix takes on Cedarbrook underway. Quickly, Leah squares off the window and in as Leah squares. Quickly makes it a 2-0 lead for Cedarbrook here in the first. Scoreless in her last game was squares. So a good start for Leah here this evening is driving in right side. Larkin able to answer. Larkin averaging 17.2 points per contest this year. Two of the top scorers in the Steel City Summer Basketball League going at it here tonight. As that one knocked down by Tori DeStefano. Of course, that being Jealous and 21.1 points per game. And the likes of the girl with the ball now in Lauren Barella averaging 21.6 points per tally. Barella a high of 25 on the season. Jellison coming off a 32-point performance. Barella 108 points in 5 games, while Jellison 148 points in 6 games played, or make it 7 for Michelle Jellison. Cedarbrook, the only team really that's played every game this year, is Almighty. The rebound, the turnaround, the putback for two, as Isis Almighty makes it 6-2 here. 1 minute gone in the first. Whistle blows out of bounds. And once again, Cedarbrook has possession up 6-2 here in the opening half of play. As that one ironing out, rebound grabbed down by Klingensmith. Off it goes Barella. Barella into the front court, up top, steps back Barella. Barella up for three, that one short on the shot, out of bounds. It trickles with 14:45 remaining in the first. 6-2 Cedarbrook on top of BeeGraphix. Cedarbrook 53 points per game, 63.1 against. As BeeGraphix 63.44, 57 against. This Almighty up off the iron, rebound Isis Almighty. Can't get it to fall. Glisson the board for BeeGraphix. As Maya Glisson, the rising senior at Albert Gallatin, in command. Off to Larkin. Larkin up top. Emma Larkin driving left side. Larkin off the iron and out. Rebound. Glisson, the putback doesn't fall as DeStefano cleans it up. DeStefano off the leg of Barella. Whistle blows here with 14:05 remaining in half number one. 6-2 lead for Cedarbrook. As up top, there's Johnson. Johnson drives in off the window and fouled. 2 shots coming for Maddie Johnson. 54.3% on the summer is Cedarbrook. Johnson 6 for 16 from the charity stripe. She will shoot 2 here. As Johnson through the motion, right-hand shot will not fall for Madison Johnson. Keep it a 4-point Cedarbrook advantage. 13:56 remaining here in the first. Johnson gets it back through the progression. Maddie Johnson, the rising junior at Monessen, empty trip. Rebound loose on the deck, grabbed down by DeStefano. DeStefano squares now. Leah Square skips it too tall, looking for Jellison in the corner, and out of bounds it goes. 13:46 remaining in the half, 6-2 advantage. in favor of Cedarbrook here in half number one. 13:46 is BeeGraphix looking to get back on the board here. Final game of the week. Penultimate week of the regular season coming to an end. No games on the network next week. And then we'll have every single playoff game for you here on MVI Live as Iron and out in a foul as Barella will shoot a pair. Maddie Johnson, the one sending her to the line. Johnson's first, team first. 2 shots coming here for Lauren Barella. 26 for 30 is Barella. As Barella knocks that one down. 43 for 59 is BeeGraphix. First point for Lauren Barella. And Lauren Barella 2 for 2, so 2 for Barella, and it's a 2-point game here with 13:28 remaining. DeStefano, left wing, skipped across the squares. Back inside, Almighty, backing down, Klingensmith. And Isis Almighty up to 4 as a season high of 9. As Almighty makes it an 8-4 contest, and a quick 2 there at the other end for BeeGraphix that cut the lead down to 2. Left side, Jellison driving, Jellison. As back the other way. And whistle blows. Eight-6 contest here in the first. BeeGraphix down by 2, 12:50 remaining up top. That's handled by Lauren Barella. Mid-range jumper around and out. Rebound grabbed down by Jellison as Michelle Jellison now squares, tries to go back. Klingensmith in the way. Klingensmith back the other way. There's Larkin, kick out left side. Barella off of Klingensmith, taken away to Stefano. Lost the handle and out of bounds. Last touch by Tori DeStefano, and possession goes back to the gold and black and BeeGraphix with 12:27 remaining in the first. Bernardis flips it in, right side, controlled by Barella. Barella right to the window, off it and in. Lauren Barella ties us up at 8. 4 for Barella here with 12:13 remaining. Johnson now squares. Leah Squares, foul line, kick out. Jellison back to Squares, right wing. Iron and out, rebound. Put back Michelle Jellison cleaning up the garbage underneath. First bucket of the game for Jellison, averaging 21.1 per contest this year. As fouled on her way down the lane is Emma Larkin with 11:48 remaining and a 2-point Cedarbrook lead. As Emma Larkin the trigger, flips it in off the hop. Now Barella. Barella curling up top, right side. Now Glisson. Glisson has that one trickle out of bounds. Substitution for Cedarbrook with 11:38 remaining as here comes Stazak, the 5'6" rising freshman at Elizabeth forward, replacing Leah Squares. Bernardis into Barella, give and go. Bernardis kick out, Klingensmith. Now back up top, Larkin for 3. Off the mark, rebound by Isis Almighty, her second. As driving, Stazak goes to the line off the bench, and a chance to get on the board relatively quickly here for Kaylin Stazak. 2 shots coming for Stazak. 2-point game in favor of Cedarbrook. Stazak's shot is up and in. 2 for 7 now on the summer as Stazak. First make today by from Cedarbrook from the line. A rebound off the miss goes to Glisson. As Maya Glisson in transition. Glisson left side. Barella pull up the mid-range. Will not fall. Rebound by Stazak. As Stazak dual possession, and arrow points right, so BeeGraphix in possession, down by 3. 11:10 remaining here in the first. As Barella off the bottom of the net and back the other way, Jellison comes on the rebound. Jellison, right side, no. Glisson the board, her fourth. Coach Sanoski wanted a foul. There's one at the other end with Maddie Johnson. Maddie Johnson gets her second. First shot falls for Barella. 11-9 advantage here for Cedarbrook. Barella 5 points. 3 for 3 from the line is Lauren Barella. Barella knocks down another 6 now for Lauren Barella. It's a 1-point game here with 10:48 remaining. As left side, Jellison backing, spiraling, and Michelle with the right. Finds a way to finish. 4 for Michelle Jellison. As Jellison makes it a 3-point game, Klingensmith clanks it out. Rebound, that's by Stazak, her second. Jelly up for 3 off the iron. Rebound long. Stazak another rebound. Up top, Jellison wants another. Again, back ironing out. Rebound again by Squares. And it's knocked home by Almighty. As Leah Squares saves possession and Almighty able to finish things off. She has 6 here in this one. 5-point game, turnover. Here Stazak, deflected away off of Stazak. And out last touch though by BeeGraphix. Skylar still in. Orbic also checks in as Bernatus and Klingensmith to the bench. 15-10 advantage. Cedarbrook on top of BeeGraphix. 1-6 versus 4-3. As Cedarbrook trying to get a much-needed win. Jellison off the window and in. Michelle Jellison. Just like that, up to 6. Tied for the team lead with Almighty in game high with Barella. Larkin to Barella. Barella guarded by Tori DeStefano. DeStefano averaging double digits per game this summer. There's Glisson driving, knocked away, slapped back to Glisson. Barella whistle blows with 9:24, and we'll do it underneath. Foul goes against Cedarbrook. Goes on Jellison. It is on DeStefano, not Jellison. So foul on Tori DeStefano, not Michelle Jellison. 7-point game here, 9:24 remaining. The Cedarbrook bench up in arms for a second there when it was originally called on Michelle Jellison. It is on Tori DeStefano. As there is Larkin, step back iron, rebound by DeStefano. Third board by Tori DeStefano. As now Barella the steal. Barella blocked by DeStefano underneath. Tori DeStefano does it again. 9:10 remaining. A defensive gem there by DeStefano off the turnover. 7-point game here with 9:10 remaining. As there's Skylar still left side, driving outside, in and out of the hands of Larkin. Larkin bounce pass left side, Glisson and on. Maya Glisson with her first bucket. Foul will go against Knight. Glisson, 3 for 6 from the line this summer. 4 for 4 tonight is BeeGraphix. As Glisson ironing out, rebound by Tori DeStefano. 4 boards by DeStefano here in what is a 5-point lead for Cedarbrook. As no good by Stazak. Rebound again by Maya Glisson. Here comes Larkin. The Geibel Gator back to Barella. Now Skylar still. The 5'3" senior from Winchester, Thurston. Up top, Larkin. As Larkin bounce pass, Horbick back to Larkin down the lane. Fouled on the floor by Leah Squares. .8:26 remaining in the half. Here comes Johnson, Klingensmith, and Bernardis for their respective teams. Squares to the bench for the gray and green. It's Glisson and Barella for BeeGraphix. Taking a blow here, getting a breather. 8:26 remaining in the first. Cedarbrook on top, looking for their second victory of the season. Klingensmith now back up top to Larkin. Larkin stutter step in, teardrop offensive. Drawn by DeStefano. A charge on Larkin. As Tori DeStefano continues the stellar defensive effort here this evening. The rising junior at Penn Trafford. Now Johnson drives right side. Rebound grab back down by Klingensmith. Here comes BeeGraphix, Larkin to Still. Skylar back to Emma up top. Klingensmith, top of the key. Rings one out. Dual possession off the rebound between Knight and Still. Arrow points left. That means Cedarbrook ball. Glisson and Barella quickly back in. This time Larkin gets the ball along with Horbick, the 5'3" junior out of Brownsville. .7:43 remaining. Barella, quick hands, knocks it out far side. 5-point affair. Inbound, Maddie Johnson. Top of the key, Johnson, right side. Johnson stutters, back up. There's DeStefano, back to Johnson. Johnson drives, left side, deflected down. Here comes Skylar Still. Still down the lane, kick out Bernardis. As the foul called underneath on Michelle Jellison. One and one here for BeeGraphix. Down 17-12 with 7:21 remaining. One and one for Skylar Still. First attempts of the summer for Skylar Still. Just her third game for Still. No second chance. A rebound by Rebecca Knight, the senior out of Baldwin. Stays a 17-12 lead here for Cedarbrook. 7 minutes remaining in the opening half. Lethargic pace here to start as DeStefano sidesteps into a triple. Rebound pop free. DeStefano had it, still loose into the hands of Skylar Still. Still driving left side. Deflected right to Bernardis with the floater. Won't go by Bernardis. Jellison quick up. DeStefano off the window and in. 4 for Tori DeStefano. 19 for Cedarbrook. Now Bernardis or make it Barella. Klingensmith, there's Lacey Bernardis. Around the horn it goes. Left side Still. Barella, top of the key, online. Barella. Big time triple there for Barella. 9 for Lauren. As the rising Cannon Mac Jr. adds another, Barella cuts the deficit down to 4. DeStefano with 6:18 remaining. As DeStefano, Jellison, corner 3, can't answer. Barella lost it. DeStefano gets it back. 5 boards already for DeStefano. Can't get that one to fall as Skylar Still. Another board, that's her third rebound. Down the lane, down low, Klingensmith. Up top, Bernardis. Bernardis back to Barella, long range 3. That one rattles out into the hands of Johnson. Johnson slows the pace down over the timeline into the front court. Now Jellison, right corner, baseline drive. Jellison, middle of the lane, right to the arms of Klingensmith. Now Still has it knocked free by Jellison. 2-on-1, Jellison lost the handle out of bounds off of Skylar Still. And possession gonna stay here with Cedarbrook. Larkin and Squares back in as Bernardis to the bench and a timeout called. in the process here with 5:33 remaining in the first. Cedarbrook by 4. 9 by Barella. No one with more than 2 besides Barella. Larkin, Bernatus, and Glisson, both with a pair. On the other side, Jellison and Almighty have 6. 4 for DeStefano and 2 for Squares, while Stazak has added in 1. Cedarbrook 1 for 4 from the line, 4 for 6 on the other side of things for BeeGraphix. Fantastic start to this game, as it hasn't been the quickest pace, but some good basketball, some jarring between Larry Cash and Bobby Zanowski, the two coaches here this evening in game number 3. Inbound Almighty off the miss, rebound by Still. Here comes Skyler. Skyler left side driving, still blocked by Jellison. As Michelle Jellison, another denial with 5:19 remaining in the half. As ironing out, Glisson rebound, grab back down by Maya Glisson. No good. DeStefano the rebound. Tori DeStefano has been tenacious on the boards here this evening. As up top, Johnson. Maddie Johnson down to the corner inside. Jellison to Almighty and Still forces the tie-up. We'll go down to our right. Almighty, just a rising 8th grader, but that's where you see a bit of kind of issue there with Almighty. Bringing the ball down, gonna come with time. Got to keep that up around the chest, up around that, then can't get that tie-up. An easy chance at a 2 for Almighty. Instead, we head back the other way as the mid-range extended post jumper rims out. Rebound again by Tori DeStefano. Here's Jellison off the window and 1. Michelle Jellison able to work it in, and Jellison to 21 for Cedarbrook. As Michelle Jellison cashes in with 4:37 remaining. Jellison through the motion, right hand, it's true for Jellison. Old school 3-point play for Michelle Jellison. She's up to 9. Cedarbrook now 2 for 5 from the line. As here's Larkin. Larkin up for 3, no good. Rebound, Emma Larkin. Larkin outside. Now taken there by Glisson. Glisson off to Barella, taken away. Here comes Squares. In transition, Squares back to Jellison. Jellison pulls up, right post, no. Rebound by Maya Glisson, another rebound there for Glisson. In transition, here comes Larkin. There's the reverse, no, off the window. Almighty with the rebound. Johnson now in transition, Maddie Johnson. Squares, pulls up, no, rebound to Jellison. Jellison drives right side, Ippen in. Michelle Jellison, 11. As Michelle Jellison puts Cedarbrook to 24, they lead by 9. Skyler Still now. Still to Larkin. Larkin cuts in, knifes right side, off the window and out. Rebound out of bounds. Possession stays with BeeGraphix. Stazak will check in. 3:12 remaining in the opening half. 24-15. Cedarbrook on top of BeeGraphix here. 4-3 versus 1-6, and 1-6 has got the better thus far. Looking for their second win of the summer is Cedarbrook. As kick out right side, driving Bernatus. Now taken over, Glisson off the iron, rebound whistle. And back the other way we go with 3:01 remaining. Squares the trigger. Press shown by BeeGraphix to Cedarbrook. To Stefano, back to Squares. Here comes Squares, off to Tori DeStefano. DeStefano, bounce pass in, picked off by Glisson, up ahead. Barella runs it down off the window and out. Another rebound by Tori DeStefano. Stazak, left side. Stazak works it in. Almighty has it knocked away. Again, seeing the youth there. Don't need that dribble by Almighty. Just a little pivot turn in, and you're good to go for an easy two. Again, that's going to come with time. Just a rising 8th grader at Bell Vernon. Still plenty to grow on there for Isis Almighty as Leah Squares, left side triggers. Squares surveys, bounce pass. Almighty, there's the right-hand pivot hook. No, Glisson the rebound. She's been great on the boards as well. Her and DeStefano nearing double-digit rebounds in the opening half. 8 boards for Glisson. 9 for DeStefano. Left elbow, no. Rebound by Leah Squares. Got to get the offense going for Squares. Jellison leads all scorers with 11. Tied, or 2 ahead of Barella as ironing out. Got to show some more confidence if you're Squares as well. As there's Larkin down the lane. Ironing out, rebound by Almighty. Her 4th. Here's Jellison turning it over. Larkin. Larkin left side, Barella up, rattles it in, Barella with a much needed 3 ball, and Lauren Barella up to 12, 24-18 here with 1:35 remaining. Jelly backing down, Glisson, shoulder in, right hand up, off, rebound grabbed by Bernardis. Second board by Bernardis. Here comes still down Broadway, off the window and out. Another rebound by Squares. Now Bernardis off the steal. Still left side. Barella again. This time it doesn't go. Stazak the rebound with 107. A little too aggressive for the rising freshman. Turns it over to Lauren Barella. Top of the key now, right side. Working there. Larkin with 57. Larkin up for 3. Back iron rebound. Loose back to Barella. No. And another board by Squares off the Barella miss. Jellison with 45. Michelle Jellison. Now Squares and Jellison play catch beyond the perimeter. Squares back to Jellison with 34. On the deck, cutting Squares. Knifes in, left side, no. Ironing out for Leah Squares. Here comes Emma Larkin. Larkin out to Barella. Bullseye, Barella another. 21 for BeeGraphix. 3rd triple for Barella. As Barella, her 12th 3 of the summer. 3rd of the game, makes it a 3-point game with 8 on the clock. Squares too tall, Glisson. Down to 4, Glisson from 15 feet, rattles it in at the buzzer. And it's a 1-point game at the half. BeeGraphix storming back 24-23. Cedarbrook in front at the breaker on MVI Live.
Planet Roof, Pittsburgh's top roofing company, goes above and beyond to give customers the best experience possible. At Planet Roof, we pay close attention to the quality of our work in your home. Our roofers are committed professionals with years of experience who will go above and beyond for all of our clients' needs. Because at Planet Roof, we love what we do. For more information, contact us today at 724-243-3297 or visit our website, planetroof.com.
Back here at the break, some first half numbers for you here on MVI Live. As from the free throw line, BeeGraphix 4 for 6. They have 23 points on the contest. 2 points, 2 rebounds by Larkin. No points, 4 rebounds for Still. 2 and 2 for Bernardis. 15 points, 3 triples, and a board for Barella. As Klingensmith a pair of rebounds, and Glisson has 4 points and 8 rebounds in that opening half for 23 points for BeeGraphix. 1 behind Cedarbrook. Johnson No points, 1 rebound to Stefano, 4 and 8 in the opening half. 2 points and 4 rebounds for Leah Squares. Jellison, a team high 11 points, 4 rebounds for Jellison. Stazak, 1.3 boards, 6 points and 4 rebounds for Almighty, and a rebound for Rebecca Knight. 2 for 5 from the line is Cedarbrook here on MVI Live. As Cedarbrook 1 and 6 on the season. BeeGraphix 4 and 3. As Cedarbrook trying to get a much-needed win, number 2 on the year at the half. And nearing the fall sports season here on MVI Live. Make sure you tune in. Soccer, volleyball, and of course Friday Night Lights coming up sooner than later. Just around 30 days away from our first football broadcast here on MVI Live for the season. If you like to advertise on MVI Live and have any interest on that and seeing how maybe we can partner up together on MVI Live, Lions Heart Media, reach out to me at Lions Heart Media, LYONS Heart Media 26 at gmail.com, and we'll see maybe how we can fit your needs into, my needs and, kind of benefit each other come fall sports season. So don't hesitate, reach out and see maybe if we can work together. As we come back, we'll have half number 2 of this one between Cedarbrook and BeeGraphix right here on MVI Live. It's the Steel City Summer Basketball League.
Planet Roof, Pittsburgh's top roofing company, goes above and beyond to give customers the best experience possible. At Planet Roof, we pay close attention to the quality of our work in your home. Our roofers are committed professionals with years of experience who will go above and beyond for all of our clients' needs. Because at Planet Roof, we love what we do. For more information, contact us today at 724-243-3297 or visit our website, planetroof.com.
Back here, half 1 in the books, chapter 2 of this 1-point tilt. About to get underway here on MVI Live, and very excited to be with you here this evening. Final game of the regular season for us. As we will have full playoff coverage, though, and prior commitment next week. Have about 185 kids to help tend to in VBS next week, so that's where I'll be. So, no games. I'll be busy with a bunch of kids running around and hopefully not killing any of them. Not that I ever would, but, it's going to be fun. 30-plus kids alone for me. So, again, pray for me. It'll be a lot of fun, but that's why we'll have no games next week. And we'll be back for the championships and the playoffs, semifinals, and finals here on MVI Live. So we'll have full coverage of that for you here on the network as well. So a week off from broadcast, then into the playoffs, and then into the fall sports season. Looking forward to it all. As possession to Cedarbrook here. 35 ticks of the clock gone in half number 2. As Maddie Johnson left side, there's DeStefano. Up top, Jellison left wing, rims it out. Rebound, squares off the hustle, gets there. But taken by Barella. Here's Lauren Barella. Down low, another steal by Tori DeStefano. Barella swipes it back. A steal, a score. Barella gives BeeGraphix the lead. 17 for Barella, averaging 21.6 per game. Barella, high of 25 twice this year for Barella. Jellison to Johnson. That's a deep 2 rebound. Almighty with the right. Doesn't fall, deflected out. As a missed opportunity again. Cedarbrook has gone ice cold right now. Can they figure it out offensively? And prolific scorer on the bench of Cedarbrook. That's Luke Santo, 1,000-point scorer for the Fraser Commodores. Did that against the Geibel Gators in his senior year on a fast break. Of course, Geibel, where Emma Larkin calls home. Had the privilege of calling that game. And that season, Zach Kiefer led the Commodores to their first section title in what felt like forever. As there's Jellison driving right side and one again, Michelle Jellison. 13 for Jellison, to the line she goes where she's 1 for 1. And one of my favorite seasons of covering high school basketball was that section championship team for Fraser a few years back. Covered a majority of their home games and a couple away games. Where I played high school ball and went to high school. Fun seeing them succeed. As rebound, Larkin with the reverse, cleaning up her own miss. 4 for Larkin, 27's on the board. Right side, there's Johnson, outside deflected, Johnson to Jellison, inside squares, left side, no. As now Johnson, the mid-range jumper, rims out, rebound, Skylar Still in transition, floats it up. Larkin, the adjustment, and Emma Larkin gives BeeGraphix the lead. 6 for Larkin. 13-13 remaining in the half. As a little give and go outside, squares up. Rims out, Almighty the rebound, and Isis Almighty going to the line. Bernatis the personal. 2 shots for Almighty. First trip today, Isis 4 for 7. 7 points tonight for Almighty. 1 point game as Bernatis replaced. Horabik checks in. As Almighty iron kind, it falls. 8 for Almighty, tied at 29. 3 minutes gone in the second half. There's Barella, cuts in off the window to Stefano, the rebound. 9th board by Tori to Stefano, fakes the shot up off of the board into the hands of Still. Quick up Barella, can't cash in. Rebound by Emma Larkin. Larkin, middle of the lane, bounce pass out, Glisson. Skips across corner, Barella. Off the iron, rebound by Barella. Barella and out of bounds with 12:29 remaining. And Cedarbrook, BeeGraphix going at it here. Skylar Still flips it up top, back underway, half number 2. Right side, there's Barella, pulls there, make it Larkin pulling the trigger, out of bounds. Tie game, Cedarbrook ball, 12:18 remaining. Maddie Johnson working into the front court, right side, Jellison, now Johnson curling. Right up iron in Maddie Johnson, who averages 7.5, finally gets on the board here in half number 2. 11:54 remaining. Larkin can't answer. There's a reason why. Squares with the foul. We are not happy about the call. I love Coach Zanoski's answer. I've never seen a ref take it back. As ironing in for Larkin. 7 points for Emma Larkin. Larkin, 14 for 22 after that make this summer. As Larkin ironing out. Double-digit rebounds by Tori DeStefano. 10 boards by DeStefano, still 12 remaining. Stazak walks the tightrope. No, she does not. On the boundary, BeeGraphix down by 1. They have the ball once more. 31-30. Bernatis over the center court logo. Down low. Now taken by Barella. Teardrop floater for 2 by Barella. 19 now for Barella. Could be a season high performance for Barella. DeStefano can't come up with the bucket. Rebound still. Skylar, foul line, kick out, left side. Glisson pulls the trigger. Cashes in again. Maya Glisson with the 3 ball. 8 now for Glisson. 35-31. Stazak. Now Jellison, see if she gets the drive in. 14 for Jellison. Michelle Jellison, right wing. Jellison working in. Jellison, iron and in. 16 for Jellison. 35-33 with 10:37 remaining. Barella now taken by Glisson. Hand off Skylar Still. Still surveys. Still rolling, foul line, driving left side off of Still and out, but they say possession stays with BeeGraphix. Looked like it went straight off of Skylar Still and out. Apparently not the case. Klingon-Smith into the game, onto the board, 3 ball. Klingon-Smith. Her third 3 of the summer, first bucket of the game, and a quick triple to counter back the other way. As Michelle Jellison, her first 3 now has 19, and Cedarbrook gets it back with a chance to tie. 9:58. Michelle Jellison matching Barella with 19. 2 of the top scorers in the league going at it toe for toe. Blow for blow, those 2 have dominated tonight. Jellison drives this time, backing in, up and fouled, iron and out. Glisson the personal. Iron unkind for Michelle Jellison. Second foul on Glisson. Jellison a chance to tie at the line. The Warrior knocks down the first. 20 points for Michelle Jellison. 38-37. 9:38 remaining in the half. 1-point game. Jellison 2 for 2. 21 for Michelle Jellison. 4 for 4 from the line for Jellison. As a quick 2 back the other way. And BeeGraphix has the lead once again. Jellison in the front court. $9:20 remaining here in the half. There's Emma Larkin. Larkin, right side, Stazak takes away. Now Jellison driving. Jellison off the window and in again. Michelle Jellison to 23. As Michelle Jellison continues to put on a show here today. As Skylar Still with the teardrop for 2. 2 for Skylar Still, 42-40. As Almighty short on the 3. Back the other way, 8:25 remaining. Still again, banks in another. Skylar Still has 4. Timeout called by BeeGraphix. (44-40) your score. 8:17 remaining in the half. (44-48-17) half number 2. BeeGraphix Cedarbrook. Continuing to go back and forth here this afternoon or evening. $23 for Jellison, 21 for Barella. BeeGraphix by 4. Cedarbrook with the ball, though. Halfway home in half number 2. Here's DeStefano. 4 points, 10 rebounds for Tori DeStefano. Jellison, 23 over season average. Finds a cutting DeStefano. 6 for Tori DeStefano, and it's a 2-point game. Now Larkin on the deck. Schuyler still big second half. And a foul called as Schuyler still goes to the line. Squares sends her there. Still 0 for 1 from the line. 4 points all this half for Still. Schuyler Still. First shot is true. 5 now for Schuyler. 45-42. Stazak in on one side. Replacing Squares. And 2 for 2 goes Still. Coach Janoski livid on the right side with that foul called against Leah Squares. As Barella almost picked the pocket of Jellison. Now DeStefano. Tori rolling. DeStefano for 3. Rebound grab down. That's by Knight. Knight Jellison now baseline drive. Jellison surrounded, just fires it off of Larkin and out. 46-42, 7:19 remaining. DeStefano turns it over off the inbound, still surrounded, spiraling, spinning, and backcourt violation on on Still. (7:11), half 2, 46-42. BeeGraphix on top. Here's Jellison. Michelle Jellison. Driving off the window and out. Rebound deflected out. And it's going to stay with Cedarbrook. And standings look like this, updated already. Howard Hanna, Marie Slagus, 7-1. AMD, 5-3. BeeGraphix, 4-3. 5-3 is Trailside. 1-6 Cedarbrook. 2-6 MoFlo. As there's 2 more. As underneath, getting back on the board is Cedarbrook as they cut into the deficit. (46-44).
I don't know how smart you want me to be. Did you see me run away from her?
As a foul underneath before the bucket goes. Inbound Larkin down to our left. 2-point game. There's Bernardis. Bernardis outside. Klingensmith for 3. Rebound by Tori DeStefano. As DeStefano back the other way. And the whistle blows. 2 shots coming here with 6:15 remaining. Or excuse me, foul goes against Larkin. Our third. Still now back the other way. 2-point game, 6 on the clock. Bernardis, Klingensmith up and in. As Klingensmith is true on that one. 5 for Klingensmith all this half. 4-point lead. with 5:54 remaining. Now Jellison, right side, Jellison, left side, squares, driving, Leah stops up and Leah squares. Knifes her way in. Second bucket of the game for Squares. It's a 2-point game again. Larkin with the left as we trade blows. Larkin to 9. 4-point game, 5.5 on the clock. Jellison gets the drive in. Offensive on Jellison. So foul on Jellison with 5:25 remaining. (50-46), 5:23 remaining is here comes Larkin. Larkin, bounce pass off, taken there, Barella. Now driving Larkin, resets Larkin. Emma Larkin trying to work in Larkin. Surrounded, Stazak takes it away. Stazak off the window, no. Larkin the rebound. As Stazak looking for the steal and score. Right side, Barella. Barella loose on the deck. Barella surrounded, skitters it free. Glisson found by Jellison. Fourth foul on Jellison with 4:43 remaining. And you feel like if Jellison fouls out, this one's done. It's 24-23 at the half. Lead was at 9 for Cedarbrook. And a late charge by BeeGraphix got him back in with a Glisson buzzer beater to make it a 1-point affair. And BeeGraphix has led throughout the majority of half number 2. Barella deflected out by the active hands of Torrey to Stefano. 4:38. Now there goes Larkin down the lane. Overshot rebound to Stefano. Jellison down the lane right at the rack. Foul by Maya Glisson. Third on Glisson. 2 shots coming for Jellison. Jellison. Both teams with 5 team fouls. Jellison makes it a 1-possession affair, 4:26 remaining. 2 for 2 for Michelle Jellison. 25 now for Jellison. Full timeout call by Bobby Zanoski. $25 for Jellison, 14 this half, 21 for Barella, 9 for Larkin, 8 for Glisson, 8 for Almighty, and 6 for DeStefano. Jellison with 4 fouls, something to watch as this one goes on. 4:26 remaining, and BeeGraphix trying to stay in that 3 spot, avoid a matchup with Howard Hanna Marie Slagus, who's 7-1. That lone loss, they did not have a majority of their top-tier scorers, including Allie Wilson, Sutton Williamson, as they were missing an absolute ton in that game. No Sosteric in the loss. Again, victorious today was Howard Hanna Marie Slagus, as AMD, the defending champs, they're alive in second, trying to stay ahead of BeeGraphix. AMD 5-3, BeeGraphix 4-3. So if Cedarbrook comes back and wins, that would put them just 1 game above Trailside, who's 3-5 with their victory today. And with next week's schedule looking like this, some seeding will come down. Cedarbrook will play Menneson Florist. They beat them already. Trailside plays AMD. And BeeGraphix takes on Howard Hanna Marie Slagus. Then you also have BeeGraphix Trailside, which, depending how the games go on night 1 of next week, that could be a game for the, third, fourth seed. Who gets Howard Hanna? Who gets AMD? Is Almighty the block. Moflo will take on Howard Hanna, Maurice Lagas, which would basically be a meaningless game. And AMD will basically just be playing to clinch second, no matter, depending what happens throughout the course of night one next week. But kind of what looks to be true is another foul called. It looks like Howard Hanna, AMD going to be 1-2. And then you're going to have Trailside and BeeGraphix fighting for 3 and 4. Obviously, Monessen Florist, and as Glisson knocks it down, obviously Moflo and Cedarbrook, if they win today, aren't out of it mathematically, as Moflo 2 wins. And Trailside 3 with 2 games remaining in the regular season. Jellison, no first, second time. It goes 27 for Michelle Jellison. 2-point game again. 3:25 remaining. Now here's Barella driving in, and Barella fouled on her way to the cylinder.
That's 5. 1 and 1 in, that's 5.
They call that on squares with 3:21 remaining. And must-win game for Cedarbrook, basically, if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. And Trailside, Cedarbrook, Monessen Florist will be fighting for that last spot. As 1 and 1, first shot goes for Barella. She has 22. She's 5 for 5 from the line. Gets another opportunity here, does Barella, and Barella can't get it to go. A rebound by DeStefano, 3-point game. No Leah Squares, though. DeStefano got to get over, running out of time. She will, as here comes DeStefano down the lane, left side, powers in. No rebound by Emma Larkin. As back the other way, Larkin kick out, Glisson with a little kiss off the window from the near side, 12 for Glisson. 55-50, under 3 to play. Jellison DeStefano now. DeStefano up top rolling. DeStefano back to Jellison. Michelle backing in, spiraling up, and Jellison does it again. 29 for Jellison. 3-point game with 2:32 remaining. Michelle Jellison adds 2 more. Timeout called by BeeGraphix and Coach Larry Cash. .232 remaining in the half. No Leah Squares, found out the 3:21 mark. Looked like the foul maybe could have been against DeStefano. It was charged to Squares, vacating her from this game with 4 points and 4 rebounds. 29 for Jellison. Next highest scorer is Almighty with 8. She has just 2 this half. Jellison, the only player with multiple buckets from the floor this half. Johnson 1, DeStefano 1, Squares 1, Stazak 1, and 2 free throws for Isis Almighty. Jellison has scored the rest of the points. That is a 18-point half for Michelle Jellison. Barella has 7 this half. 7 for Larkin. 6 for Still, 5 for Klingensmith, and 7 for Glisson. As Still, now Barella down the lane. No rebound by Tori DeStefano. 3-point game, DeStefano. Another rebound, gets to the rack, and DeStefano has 8. 2 points away from a DeStefano double-double. Tori DeStefano makes it a 1-point game with under 2 to play. As ball loose, Larkin tries to dribble it back in the penultimate timeout of the game used by BeeGraphix. Full timeout used here. 55-54. Again, Leah Squares fouled out at the 3:21 mark here of this one. BeeGraphix trying to cling to it and cling to the lead, trying to stay out of the 4th spot. That'd mean most likely a championship rematch in the first round between AMD and BeeGraphix. And I'd love to see, and again, not saying I'm rooting for anybody individually or who wins this. I could give a crap less who ends up winning the Steel City Summer Basketball League as long as we're getting good basketball. But again, personally, I think the matchup I truly want to see, which would only be able to take place in the finals with the way the standings are, is a full AMD roster versus a full Howard Hanna Marie Slagus roster. We have not seen that yet this year in any of the games those two teams have played. So that's kind of the hope, is that we do get a full AMD versus Howard Hanna Marie Slagus roster. I mean, BeeGraphix, great team as well, but I think that's the matchup everybody would truly like to see if both teams have their full arsenal of players. But a bunch of other teams have something to say about that. As Larkin just playing keep away here. Off of Still on the floor, back to Larkin. Now taken by Glisson, fouled by Knight. And we're shooting 1-1 with Maya Glisson, who's 0 for 1. Glisson, much needed first make, 13. Give her another attempt. Lead to 2. Gonna stay a 1 possession game no matter what here. They need a 3 to tie, but you don't need the 3 yet. Still time to work with 1:28. And that's what Coach Janoski telling them, hey, we don't need a triple just yet. Still got a minute 20 remaining. Jellison drives right to the rack. Jellison stops up, lost it. And back the other way, Larkin. Now Barella. Game of keep away. Stazak, now Jellison, thrown back to Glisson. She just made a big 2 free throws a moment ago. There's Barella. DeStefano strips it away. Whistle blows. And they call a foul. That was all ball on DeStefano, but they've called a foul on Jellison, and she's gone. And that most likely puts the nail in the coffin here of Cedarbrook with 58.5 remaining. Barella, 22 points. 5 for 6 from the line is Barella, 1-1. So a 3-point game, but without Jellison, without Squares, it seems near impossible. Barella, 23 points. She's hit 25 twice. $58.5 remaining. Barella goes 1 for 2. Rebound. That's by Rebecca Knight, but it's a 4-point game with 50 on the clock. Johnson now stays at Johnson. Baseline drive. Floats it up and out. Knight the rebound. No. Almighty the rebound. Yes. First time Almighty's went to double digits. It's a 2-point game. Barella with 35, gonna have to foul. It will be double bonus. Knight fouls Barella, and Lauren back to the line. She's made the first of her last 2, missed the back end both times. 58-56, 30.9. Two-point game. Barella makes it a 3-point game. Timeout, the final one used by Coach Larry Cash. That's a 60-second timeout. Barella 1 shy of hitting 25 for the 3rd time this season. 59-56, it's been a thriller. And again, BeeGraphix most likely with a win. Moving to 5-3 would mean AMD And BeeGraphix will play in the first round, barring some utter shocking, happenings next week. And it would also most likely mean it's going to come down to Monessen Florist and Trailside for the final playoff spot, which Monessen Florist has Cedarbrook, which would be a must-win game next week, and then Howard Hanna Marie Slagus, which would be near impossible. Trailside has a tough game versus BeeGraphix and Howard Hanna Marie Slagus, and MoFlo did beat Trailside this year, so it could come down to some tiebreakers and all of that. As Barella hits 25 for the third time this season. 4-point game. DeStefano with 28. Tori DeStefano not giving up. She was fouled. So tiebreaker does go to Monessen Florist against Trailside. So with the way the schedule works, Monessen Florist, if they beat Cedarbrook next week and Trailside loses to AMD and BeeGraphix, Monessen Florist will make the playoffs, and that's how that will look next week as DeStefano up to 9, looking for the double-double here. Cedarbrook down by 3 with 25 and a half. DeStefano to make it a 2-point game. She will. Inbound, Skylar Still. Fouled by DeStefano. So, again, after tonight, standings will look like this. Howard Hanna 7-1, AMD and BeeGraphix 5-3 apiece. AMD has the tiebreaker, but it does not matter. Those teams would play each other no matter what the score is, or what the who's 2, who's 3. It still cashes in there. She has 7 now for Skylar Still. And then, again, barring what happens next week, it still goes 2 for 2. It will be either Trailside or Monessen Florist. MoFlo, both wins are against Trailside, 1 on the floor, 1 forfeit. But it doesn't matter if they are able to beat Cedarbrook, who they lost earlier this year, and Trailside loses both games to BeeGraphix, and I believe it was, again, Howard Hanna Marie Slagus, who is the #1 seed, or excuse me, it's AMD and BeeGraphix. Let me go back and look, as I had the schedule in front of me, as they play again Howard Hanna Marie Slagus and BeeGraphix. MoFlo has Howard Hanna Marie Slagus and Cedarbrook. So Trailside, AMD on the 23rd. And Trailside, BeeGraphix on the final night, the 25th, as Trailside lost to Howard Hanna Marie Slagus today. So that's kind of how that looks again. So playoffs shaping up. It's going to be Howard Hanna Marie Slagus as the 1 seed. Most likely, again, if they win one more game, they clinch the 1 seed. But for all intents and purposes, with having Monessen Florist left on their schedule, and they do have a game against BeeGraphix, which should be a good one. But most likely, you're looking at Howard Hanna Marie Slagus. They're almost guaranteed to get a win next week with having MoFlo on their schedule, that they're going to be the one. It looks like BeeGraphix and Trailside, or excuse me, AMD are going to lock up the 2-3, whichever way they finish. And that will be a rematch of the championship in the semis as Stazak banks home the 3 ball. Out of nowhere, it's a 1-point game with 6.4. And then it will come down to if Monessen Florist is able to get a win versus Cedarbrook and if Trailside goes winless. 1-point game here. If Cedarbrook wins, they stay into the thick of things, though. 6.4 seconds remaining. 62-61. And final regular season broadcast. Cedarbrook trying to come back, trying to find a way. They've been outscored by 2 points this half. And Stazak, season high 6, had 7 all season long. 62-61, got to get it in if you're Glisson. Inbound, Stazak pressuring, whistle blows with 4.5. And Still, who just knocked down our last 2, will have 2 more attempts. Skylar Still 4 for 5. She's made her last 4. Skylar Still makes this. You actually want to foul most likely if you're BeeGraphix. They're saying we can't. If Still makes both, you do want to foul because then they're only getting really a chance at 2 as long as you waste enough time. Let them inbound, take 2 seconds off the clock, foul, and you basically have sealed the deal. Skylar Still has made it a 2-point game. She has 5 straight makes from the line and 9 points for Still. And Skylar Still double digits. Does make it a 3-point game. Now you probably want to foul. If you're Borelli, as DeStefano gets the shot off, iron and out. That's why you won the foul. DeStefano almost cashed in. She could not. And holding on is BeeGraphix for a 3-point victory. A thrilling 64-61 win. Again, that basically puts what I stated in order just moments ago, as Lauren Barella with 25 for the 3rd time this year is your Planet Roof player of the game. 29 for Jellison, 9 for DeStefano, 10 for Almighty. Larkin had 9, 10 for Still, and 14 for Glisson. But 1 win, and Howard Hannah Marie Slagus next week will have the 1 seed. BeeGraphix and AMD most likely going to stay at 2-3. And then again, if Trailside loses both games, they have AMD and BeeGraphix next week, which are not easy games. And Monessen Florist beats Cedarbrook, because they're not going to beat Howard Hannah Marie Slagus most likely. It will be Monessen Florist as the 4 seed instead of Trailside. We'll see if that ends up happening. As we know one thing's for sure, BeeGraphix gets win number 5 and Cedarbrook gets loss number 7. As that will do it for the final regular season broadcast here on MVI Live at the Steel City Summer Basketball League. Full slate of games next week. We won't be here for them, but we will be back the week prior, or the next week, excuse me, for the semifinals and championships here on MVI Live. But until next time, I'm Alex Lyons saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. This broadcast has been a presentation of Lions Heart Media, LLC. Any use, rebroadcast, or redistribution of this broadcast without the express written consent of Lions Heart Media is strictly prohibited. Cedarbrook falls to 1-7. BeeGraphix to 5-3. 64-61 your final. We'll see you next time right here on MVI Live.